We do have a call, by the way.
Yes.
And it's an unfortunate one. New York Times, Politico, yada, 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 have all called the 4th District of New Jersey for Joshua Well beating Jim Keedy, the Our Revolution-backed candidate.
Yeah, Jim Keedy was a fighter, man. He was a really interesting cat. And by the way, he still lives, so don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and imagine if our elections were to the death.
Yeah. And so Zephyr Teachout, real quick, Zephyr Teachout ran a number of races. She's a really great, strong progressive in the state of New York. And now she's joined the race for Attorney General to replace Eric Schneiderman. And she was working on Cynthia Nixon's campaign before. She'd taken on Cuomo, et cetera. And so she lost those earlier races. But every time she got a little stronger and a little stronger and a little stronger. So I don't know if she wins the Attorney General race this time, but now, I remember when she first ran, all the papers did their usual, Zephyr Teachout, a progressive, how cute, right? Nobody thinks it's cute anymore. I would argue that she might be the leading candidate in that Attorney General race, and I'm not the only one. So the New York Times, et cetera, they're like, whoa, Zephyr Teachout is joining the race. Hey, have we got your attention? So that's a long way of saying don't count out Jim Keedy. Yeah. He's a really strong progressive, and he could be back. And sometimes you think it's the end, but it's just the beginning.
And if I could just say one thing, whenever we've had a lot of wins, we've also had a lot of losses. As soon as the loss comes in, I go to the campaign website of the person who won, and I try to look for some reason to not feel totally depressed about it. And I have found, this is you have to go past this, but or do more than this, but I have found that one quick way to figure out a little bit about who the candidate is on their issues page. They'll have 30 different things. Go to the healthcare one and just see what they actually say about healthcare. And on Joshua Well, the second sentence on his healthcare section is, I support working toward a Medicare for all healthcare system that will be less expensive and more effective than our current system. So that is working towards, but I will support legislation for Medicare for all. If you have to lose to someone, I guess, who supports Medicare for all.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weak language.
No, it's okay. It is weak language, but it's okay. Because guys, look at that. We're winning. And even though Keedy lost, now all of a sudden his opponent is working towards Medicare for all.
Yeah.
And there's now races in California where 3 different Democrats are saying, yeah, Medicare for all. I mean, come on, in the Senate race, there's 32 candidates, so you probably could find about 10 Democrats who are for Medicare for all. And the more we go, the more all of a sudden they're all for Medicare for all, because we pushed them from the left, then they saw their poll numbers and they're like, oh, they've already won, nobody sent us the memo. And guess what? Strong progressives like Jim Keedy just sent them the memo.